Stephen, I'll come to you because right before the break, asked Zach a question concerning the proponents of this particular bill, because therein also kind of lies a sticky point, because if you're doing it as the president, can we still call this a popular initiative? And if you're doing it as a private citizen, as Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, is that what we're saying moving forward? And I think that was also brought out as they read their particular ruling on this. Do you think that has any significance? Because as CS Zach says, it doesn't matter how it happened on this particular one. Let's look at Articles 256, 257. That's what counts in this particular process.
You know, Jeff, the main thing that actually drove everybody to really ask who is this driving this thing is when you look at the constitutional amendment bill in itself. At the very bottom, after you've looked at everything, it says the people who have promoted this bill is called the Building Bridges Initiative. Now, the creature called Building Bridges Initiative was first mooted by the president when he formulated the task force. And that name formed there, and he signed a gazette notice saying this has been formed. Then subsequently, Joseph Kinyo went and also gazetted another creature called the Building Bridges Steering Committee. Now, how is it then, after these two bodies have been created by power of government, suddenly at the point of which the bill is now being presented towards the county assemblies and also the Senate and National Assembly, that these creatures now start becoming individuals? Now, and we look at the bill itself, it says the promoters Building Bridges Initiative. It doesn't even have the name of Junet Mohammed or the other gentleman, Dennis Owero. It is just Building Bridges Initiative. So clearly, anybody who looks at it, even from a layman, and I've just given you a layman perspective, that this is being steered by government. And this is the problem that a lot of people have with this particular bill, because at the end of the day, it does not show that it is people who sat down somewhere, like Okuru Okot and his Third Way Alliance. If you look at the Punguza Mizigo bill, which went into the county assemblies, it was very clear. It's Okuru Okot and Third Way Alliance Kenya. And nobody even told us that we are going to expend government money to be able to do the Punguza Mzigo bill. On this particular case, the gazettement of both the steering committee and also the task force was for purposes of government to actually spend money for the purposes of creating awareness about this particular Building Bridges Initiative. So it's very important that when the court went about discussing this particular issue, defining who can actually go on the popular initiative route, the person who can actually go on a popular initiative route is the person who does not have access to government financing. When Mbunge goes and does it in the parliamentary initiative, he has the resources of parliament to do research, to do the whatever within the parliamentary initiative mechanism. When the government also wants to do it by using the AG and using the leader of majority to push through something like that, they have resources to be able to do it. The popular initiative was so that it helps Mwananchi to be able to do his amendment of the constitution without necessarily going through the rigors that happened there. So in this particular case, and we've been helped by this particular constitutional judgment, that for the first time it is clear who can actually go and attempt to do a popular initiative. President Uhuru Kenyatta, at this particular juncture, in accordance with the ruling, cannot be able to do that in his capacity as president. He can only do that. Why did BBI or the president go about doing this using proxies? Why couldn't they just look for a Kang'ethe seated somewhere and an Otieno, and they sit there and they draft this thing and they just push it through? Right. Why did it have to be that they had to use the gazette notices and expend public funds in order to do this? We've seen cabinet secretaries promote this. We've seen CASs promote this. We've seen PSs promote this. Then you wake up in the morning and say these are ordinary Mwananchi pushing the BBI. Absolutely not.